All right, stand by Lori's mic, stand by XVO. Here's your open in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll your open.
KSL News starts
Mike
now.
Q, Lori.
Floodwaters continue to rise after hitting historic levels. All
Stand by.
as worry grows that the aging levee system in Oklahoma could fail.
You're live. Delay.
And this morning, a growing
Wiping
memorial
to
for
Y,
5-year-old
lads mic.
Elizabeth Shelley just outside her own home. And what her great-grandfather is saying. We'll have those details just ahead.
Wipe. You're clear for now, guys. Clear for now.
Testifying in court today is tied to the case of the so-called Hollywood Ripper.
Okay,
ahead.
weather's next.
But first,
Singing to
Brett
Brett.
Benson is giving us a look at our
Stinging.
Thursday forecast. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. And yesterday we had just beautiful sunny conditions to start
Glad
the
Lad
day. We
caught
had some
that.
clouds in the afternoon. then
Okay,
we got
Dad
a few
Cut will be
showers,
next.
Thunderstorms. You can see a beautiful shot of a rainbow here by Donnie Storm.
got it.
Donnie Storm.
Traffic system
in the
with
Tooele Valley.
Andy's
So we did see some
pre-recorded
precipitation
next.
times yesterday. Similar setup today. We are going to see that chance of showers and thunderstorms on an isolated basis. Where we're seeing a lot of activity once again will be parts of Texas. We are getting a break, thankfully, in Oklahoma and much of Arkansas. It does look like we're going to see some heavy precipitation in parts of Philadelphia as well. And so you take a look at Utah, currently really quiet conditions across the entire state. Here's what it looks like going through the day. Starting out with plenty of sunshine. Once again, we'll see the increasing clouds as the day moves along. We get into the early afternoon, those clouds will thicken up, and an isolated shower or thunderstorm possible.
Yeah, here we go.
Moving out
Ready
over the
stinger,
valley
ready
locations,
the
similar
Dad
to
Cut.
what we saw yesterday with temps in the mid-70s. Andy's got to look at your traffic.
Sting it. Hit it.
And we continue to monitor a very light drive this morning. So
Out
far,
Sheriff
no
Park
crashes,
newsroom will be
really no
next.
delays. This is I-15 in downtown. Really represents what you'll see most everywhere on the freeways, at least thus far this morning. Here's what we're seeing in Davis County, that stretch between Layton and Kaysville that we usually see our first delays, as you can see here. Not quite to that yet, but if you're going to leave your house the next 5 to 10 minutes, this may be the spot that gets you first as you head from Ogden to downtown. Right now, we've still got 30 to 35-minute travel time through Davis and Weber.
Sting
All right,
it.
thank you very much, Andy. Well, this breaking overnight,
They
a
already
close
mapped
call
CG3.
for an employee of a bowling alley in West Valley City after shots were fired in the parking lot of the alley. Here's
Take.
what we've learned. Police say
Okay.
it happened just after
eight's clear on
midnight
camera.
at the
We're up to
Dutton
3 of
Lanes
2
in
shot
West
with the
Valley.
anchors.
An employee was out there spraying
Felicia
the parking
Live,
lot when a vehicle
about
came
30
speeding
seconds to you.
through, almost hitting him. That employee then sprayed the car to try to get the driver to slow down, but that's when he reported to police. The vehicle circled back and shots were fired. Luckily, nobody was hit, but a window was shattered at the bowling alley. Authorities believe the person behind the wheel was driving a stolen car.
Okay, ready stinger,
and may
ready
have been
3.
involved in a beer theft at a gas station just a few blocks away earlier in the night. Lori?
All right, Sheriff, thank you.
Sing
Another
it.
story that we're following this morning, of course, is coming out of Logan, where
In your
human
lead.
remains believed to be that of 5-year-old Elizabeth Shelley were found yesterday.
Yeah, now the grandfather to her uncle speaking out about his grandson's troubled past. Alex Whipple now sits behind bars charged with aggravated murder.
News specialist Felicia
Ready,
Martinez
stinger,
is live outside
ready,
of Elizabeth's
TVU
home,
one.
where a
Sting it.
makeshift
You're
memorial
live.
continues
You're
to
live.
grow this morning.
Yeah, Lori, the community out here in Logan has just continued to show their support to not only Lizzie, but her family as well. And this memorial here just outside of the home
Okay. Ready,
is
sound in
proof
Y.
of that. It's a great example. So many people bringing out stuffed animals and balloons as a way of paying their respects. And the grandfather to Alex Whipple telling us, despite Alex's past, they never thought
Track Y.
it would come to this.
Take Y sound.
We never thought
Video.
that he would be a murderer.
Micer. Q.
Well, a motive
We'll go to
and
X sound
conviction
next.
has yet to be determined.
Trailing via.
Bill Whipple, the grandfather to Alex Whipple, tells KSL on the phone that they believe Alex is trying to get back at the family for his difficult past. He says he's been trying to help his grandson for years, but that it all started when Alex's mom left him and his 2 siblings at a very young age, forcing him into foster care and homelessness.
Track X.
He says Alex
maybe
never
not
let
quite
that
yet.
go, and now 5 days after Elizabeth
36,
Shelley's disappearance
37
from
dead.
her home in Logan, Alex is facing aggravated murder charges just weeks after getting out of jail for what was originally a prison sentence following theft and a high-speed chase with UHP troopers. Now his sister taking him in
Okay, here's
after
X
he
sound.
reached out to her following his release.
Take X sound.
It was a fateful
When it cuts like
thing,
that.
and she's beaten it out of herself for it.
Mike Q. Q. I always like when we can pepper in a swear word at
We
KSL.
reached out to the Adult Probation and Parole,
Yeah.
who said that they
Good
put out
times.
a warrant for Alex in April because he failed to follow the terms of his parole. His family saying it's because Alex lost his
Pretty
job.
live.
And his grandpa also
Like,
telling us that
live.
Alex, just days before this, had some very dark words that he had posted on Facebook. But again, they never ever thought that
Okay,
it would
boxes
come to
with
this.
Juan and Lori.
Reporting live in Logan this morning, I'm Felicia Martinez. I'll send it back
Take
to you in
boxes.
studio.
Hopefully that memorial behind you brings the family some comfort during this difficult time for them. Felicia, thank you.
And take 3.
And this morning we
You're
learned
clear,
that
Felicia
the
Live.
tip
You're clear.
that led the police to the body that they believe to be Lizzie came from her uncle just hours after he was charged with capital murder. And
Take
we've learned
4.
that this came after he was negotiating with police and
All right,
prosecutors.
8:27 will be
Alex Whipple
next.
agreed to tell his attorney where his niece's body was hidden in exchange for taking the death penalty off the table. Defense attorney Shannon Demler said Whipple did not go
Pretty
into
X
detail
sound.
about what happened the night Lizzie disappeared, but said he wanted to give her family some closure. A family spokesperson speaking shortly after the discovery.
Try X, take X. Yeah, but it
There are
didn't
not
do it in my
words to
rundown, so it's
express
kind of.
the sadness and the heartbreak we feel today. This
There
did
we
not
go.
end the way we wanted it to, but in this sadness, we are comforted that so many people put forth so much effort to help us find Lizzie.
Mike
The
Ladq.
family, community,
We're
and
gonna wipe
even
2Y,
strangers
update the
still trying
banner.
to cope with this terrible news. Many wondering how they can help the family through this difficult time.
Wipe update.
And we've learned that the Cache County Attorney's Victim
we'll have a
Advocates
continuing
say
coverage
an account has
graphic
been set up
of
to
this.
accept donations for the family, and you can make one at any Zions Bank branch. That account is named Elizabeth Shelley Donations. Right now, this is the only approved account.
Dissolve.
And be sure to stay with KSL as we continue to follow the latest developments in this heartbreaking
Okay, ready to
story.
newsroom.
We're waiting on confirmation of Elizabeth's identity as her uncle and suspected killer prepares to head to court. We will be posting those updates on social media, KSLTV.com, and right here on television.
Ready the newsroom?
Now let's go into
Sting.
breaking news center.
All right, Lori, we switch gears here now to severe weather and what's been
Okay,
happening
VO
with this
full out of
relentless
O will be
record-breaking
next.
rainfall and now the threat from the Arkansas River. Now the flooding not only in Arkansas but in Oklahoma as
There you
well
go.
right
Okay,
now.
eight's
Flood
clear.
levels have
Gee.
hit the highest point they've ever been.
Went rogue
and
on that script.
It's all as upstream engineers releasing unbelievable amounts of water from
Okay, we're gonna wipe the
reservoir
X
to keep
sound,
the dam and
update
levee
the
systems
banner.
from
We'll have
failing.
trailing after it.
NBC's Kristen Dahlgren is in Oklahoma this morning with us with the very latest.
Wipe X sound.
Good morning from Town and Country
Really
Drive
struggled
in
on that
Sand
one.
Springs, Oklahoma, and you can see just what people are dealing with this morning. What many are still.
She even
trying
commented on
to
that
get
one,
back
huh?
to.
That's
They're
rare.
not sure exactly what will be in their homes when they get back here, and there are new concerns that one of the levees, one of the pumps, may be failing. A lot of the Midwest now covered with what is this historic flooding expected to continue for the next few days. We'll have much more coming up.
Mike
Just
Sherrick,
so
yeah.
much water, and you
Yeah, I
can
had
catch
to chuckle
more
at
of
that,
Kristen's
too.
live coverage of the historic flooding
Wipe
on
into
the Today
Y,
Show starting at 7 o'clock right here
Lori's
on
mic.
KSL.
No, still
And we
shares
talked about
mic,
the
sorry.
water, but we've also got some other problems in the Midwest with new video showing the damage caused by a
Now
tornado
staying
in northern
to
Texas. This happening just
8:38
last
with
night,
Lori's
about
mic.
15
Again,
miles
36,
outside of
37
Dallas.
dead.
One person was hurt, but debris has made many roads in the area impassable this morning. There's still no break in sight as these storms continue.
We're
to
back
move
after
through
Cher
the
again here in a
central
minute.
United States. Lori.
All right, Chair, thank you. Also,
Sting
right
it.
now,
Update.
Unified Police asking for help finding this man. His name is Daryl.
Got another
Waynes
Sting
Owens.
update. A Sting
They're
into
worried because
3940
Owens has
Lads mic.
diabetes and schizophrenia and does not have his medication with him. Officers say he was last seen yesterday afternoon at a group home in Midvale. He was wearing a blue sweatshirt, gray sweatpants, and a gray baseball cap. If you
Hey,
see
Stinger?
him, contact police.
Sting it, Mike
And
Ladd.
new this morning, South Jordan police say they've arrested a group
Okay,
of two
right
guys
back
they
out to
believe
Shara.
have been behind a number
Camera
of
8.
pride flag thefts
Yeah, it's
in
the
the
Shara
city.
show, guest
On their
starring
Facebook page, the
Ladd
department
and
says they've
Lori.
recovered a number of those stolen flags and say
That's not a
if
bad way to
yours
look
was
at it.
among those that were stolen and you haven't been contacted
Ready, Stinger,
yet,
ready,
to
8.
give them a call. And back out to the breaking news
Sting
center
it.
with Shara.
Well, Lad, this is a story here, one many people are talking about this morning, a line drive into the outfield here of the Cubs at Wrigley Field, and it hits a little girl, and the Cubs player here absolutely devastated by this. Take a listen to the video. The ball went off
Okay,
the Cubs
2 or 3
outfielder,
shot will be
Albert
next.
Zamora Jr., and into the stands,
Lori Ladd,
past
Brett.
the netting over the dugouts, and striking the young child. She was crying when she was taken out of the stands last night and rushed to a hospital. Her condition unknown this morning. Almora Jr. here visibly distraught.
An update I heard
At
said
one
she was a
point,
little
consoled by
alert
teammates,
and awake,
then a
and she's
security
fine.
guard. After the game, he said as soon as he hit that ball, his eyes locked right on that child. Last year, Major League Baseball announcing that it will put protective netting at all 30 ballparks in an effort to improve fan safety. This morning, what we're hearing across the board is that is not happening soon enough. And now you can see from this player, obviously Elmore Jr. very upset and still waiting on an update on that little girl and how she's doing this morning.
I feel so bad for him,
Oh,
watching him
yes.
just sobbing. Wow.
He's just doing his job there, and then there's this
32.
risk, so that netting really can't come soon enough.
All right,
Okay.
thank you, Sharon.
Tough to see that. I don't know his story. Like, I don't know if he has a child
Brett
the same
going with
age,
this?
or that, but that was obviously really tough for
Yeah,
him. So,
obviously impacted there.
Weather.
so hopefully we get some good news about the young girl soon. All right, so
Staying.
outside
Okay,
right
he's
now,
hot.
it's another nice start to the day.
We'll
temperature is pretty
go to
comfortable
traffic
right there
system
in the
with an
50s for a
Andy
good part of the
cut
state.
and then out to the
But
T's.
sunshine coming up
Two
right now,
VOs, Lori, then
and,
Shara.
just
Shara does
few
have a
clouds
read in it,
lingering
so.
around this morning. So taking a look at kind of what went on yesterday. We started out with plenty of sunshine once again. We got into the
Hang in there,
afternoon
bud.
hours. We started to develop these storms over the higher elevations. Some of those moved out over the valleys, and then you see last night everything kind of dies out. We lose that daytime heating, and we get a lot of clearing across the entire state. Very similar setup as to what we're going to see today. We're starting out in the 50s. We'll get a little sunshine, we'll get a little heat. We'll see those clouds develop, and we'll see some of those isolated thunderstorms develop again. Near 70 in Vegas, low 70s around Phoenix right now. Generally comfortable temperatures, still pretty cool here in Cheyenne at 37. So here's what it looks like in the higher elevations, starting out in the 30s. So this is up at Alta. You see we get into the 40s, and then we start seeing that chance of showers towards
Okay,
the
they're
middle
wrapping
part
them
of
up,
the day.
ready,
In the
Andy
valleys,
cut.
we'll see those clouds thicken up during the middle part of the day. Temperatures getting into the 70s, eventually a high right there in the mid 70s, pretty close to where we should be at this time of year. And
Staying.
he's gonna look at your traffic.
Hit it.
Well, we're starting to see our first
Okay,
freeway
cool.
delay
Tease is
this
next.
morning. This is on southbound I-15
Lori, then
heading
Shara.
south through Kaysville, late into Kaysville, right where you'd expect it to be. So far, it's been crash-free on all of our freeways. However, I am seeing some really thick traffic out here in Tooele County, SR 36, just before this intersection that you're seeing here at Mills Junction in Stansbury Park. Freeways overall, if you take a look here on the map, no problems, mostly green heading towards Salt Lake, especially from Lehigh to downtown, moving from right to left there on the map.
Sting it.
All right, thank you, Andy. Still ahead, if you shop at Target,
All right, wipe
you
into
wanna stay
Y.
tuned.
Shara's
The
mic
new
update in the
recall
back.
that could pose a fire risk inside your home.
Wipe update.
And Ashton Kutcher
Nice.
testifying in the trial of the so-called Hollywood Ripper, a serial killer. The ties he has to the murder trial when KSL Today returns.
3, 2, 1. Fade it down. Go, Master. All right, A block.